going on, everybody? Joseph Hadid here for Worldwide Sport Updates, your podcast, your news, your local community. Good morning, everybody. It is Good Friday. Thank you for joining us. This is Worldwide Sport Updates, your podcast, your sports, your news, your local community. Your host, Joseph Hadid. Ladies and gentlemen, it is April 7th, 2023. TGIF. And ladies and gentlemen, also not to mention, for everybody out there that celebrates, wherever you may be across the world or country, happy Easter to you all. It is Good Friday. And hopefully everybody makes the most of it this upcoming weekend. Thank you for tuning into our YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully everybody is having a great Friday, wherever you may be that is tuning into our channel, listening in. All right, let's recap, ladies and gentlemen, what transpired this past week in your sports, ladies and gentlemen, in NBA, NHL, March Madness. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to recap March Madness. We're going to talk some WWE and WWE merging with the UFC. We're going to talk about that. We're going to get into details on that. Also, the cousins, Angel Reese and cousin Jordan Hawkins. Talk about that. And also congratulating the UConn Huskies. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll get to all that here. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get to that though, I just want to say I stopped by some excellent coffee this morning, folks. I stopped by Tim Hortons, and I think I purchased a Natalia, I think with mocha coffee, cream and sugar. It is so good. So we'll sponsor, ladies and gentlemen, Tim Hortons. So hopefully, we can sponsor them. Yeah, we can sponsor Tim Hortons on their amazing coffee and how well, they brew it for their customers, along with the hash brown and maybe a breakfast wrap to be included on that. So, what an amazing breakfast meal for Good Friday, huh? All right, folks. Let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, let's start off with the Miami Heat NBA news. As they are tearing down their FTX sign to rename their arena the Kaseya Center on a 17-year deal. So if you all recalled, I think you probably heard the rumors and the speculations what the Miami Heat and what their plans are. So yeah, they are taking down the FTX sign and they are renaming their arena called the Kaseya. That's Kaseya, ladies and gentlemen, Center on a 17-year deal. Let's get right into the details on that. The Miami Heat now have a new name to call home after they got rid of the FTX months after the cryptocurrency exchanges fell to the floor and declared bankruptcy. The security software company Kaseya recently acquired the naming right for the former FTX arena after a $117 million deal. That means that in immediate effect, the Florida team's new stadium is called the Kaseya Center. The tearing down of the FTX sign, which was the face of this waterfront arena, is the result of the unexpected collapse of the crypto firm on November of last year. The company, once worth billions of dollars, had to file for bankruptcy after a liquidity crisis forced its founder, Sam Beckman, who tried to stand down as the firm's CEO. However, it didn't stop there. Coincidentally, their reputation burned down to the floor after investigations led prosecutors to condemn Beckman Fried of criminally misusing other customers' accounts. This finally doomed the company and everyone associated with them. This is the reason why the Heat administration and Miami-Dade County had to act quickly to get rid of any alliance with the FTX and find another potential advisor, advertiser, who could invest in their stadium. The arena was renamed FTX Arena just 2 years ago after the firm reportedly invested in a $135 million 19-year negotiation. All right, let's move over to some NHL hockey news, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? Speaking of hockey, the playoffs are, knocking on the door. They'll be here before you know it. All right, speaking of the playoff, NHL hockey, folks. How about those Boston Bruins, huh? How about them? They become the fourth team in NHL history with 60 wins in a regular season. The Boston Bruins, Charlie Cooley, beat St. Louis Blue goalie Jordan Binnington in a Sunday night shootout to secure a 4-3 victory and the Bruins' 60th win of the season. No other NHL team has claimed 50 victories. The Bruins survived a blown 3-goal lead to eliminate the Blues from playoff contention and become the fourth team in NHL history to earn 60 regular season wins, joining the 1995-1996 Detroit Red Wings, who were ladies and gentlemen, who posted a record of 62-13-7, and then, ladies and gentlemen, the 2018-2019 Tampa Bay Lightning, who posted a record that season, 62-16-4. And ladies and gentlemen, also the 1976-1977 Montreal Canadiens, who had a perfect posting record of 68-12. With 5 games remaining, ladies and gentlemen, in the NHL regular season picture, the Bruins, they could end the season as the winning team. Yeah, they can end the season as the winning team in league history. Ullmark recovered to push aside the single shot he faced in overtime, then stoned the Blues in a shootout to help earn Boston the historic win. Alright, let's shift over to, ladies and gentlemen, to some March Madness. How about those ratings, huh? Let's go over that. March Madness final ratings, ladies and gentlemen, set a record high for women and a record low for the men's. Another March Madness is in the books. As in previous years, ladies and gentlemen, the college basketball tournaments were filled with a last-second game winning shots and upsets. Also, as in previous years, millions of viewers filled out their brackets and watched the games. This year's March Madness had one other upset. The blockbuster ratings for women's March Madness and sharp viewing, ladies and gentlemen, declines for the men's tournament despite a number of seismic upsets. The women's March Madness, the women's finale, ladies and gentlemen, aired live on ABC, ESPN, and streamed. And it marked, ladies and gentlemen, the first time the championship game was televised on a broadcast network since the year 1995 that was aired on CBS. An indication of the growing popularity of the sport. According to ESPN, the game averaged 9.982 million viewers, peaking at 12.6 million. The most watched women's college basketball game to date. The game was also, ladies and gentlemen, the most streamed sporting event, men's or women's, to date on ESPN+. A reason for the popularity included an exciting, high-scoring game fueled by star players on both sides. And that was, ladies and gentlemen, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, when it came down to LSU versus Iowa Hawkeyes in the women's NCAA March Madness finals. Yeah, the March Madness finals. So awesome stuff. They put on a heck of a display and showing nonetheless, folks. All right, let's shift over to the men's. The men's March Madness. Conversely, the men's championship, UConn over San Diego State, ladies and gentlemen, on CBS averaged a record low 14.69 million viewers. For UConn, ladies and gentlemen, it was their 5th national title since the year 1999. The audience delivery was a 50% drop-off from last season's Kansas and North Carolina game. which averaged 17.5 million across TBS, TNT, and True TV. This year's audience delivery follows a trend. Four of the least watched men's basketball championship games, whether on Turner Sports or CBS, have played since 2018. All right, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of record breakings, let's shift over to some World Wrestling Entertainment news. Yes, we're going to talk about some WWE. We usually don't talk about much WWE wrestling on this podcast, but we're going to change things up and we're going to talk about a different subject here. Ladies and gentlemen, for all of you wrestling fans that did watch WWE wrestling last weekend, you, ladies and gentlemen, had a heck of a memorable witness of a showing. Whether you were there or you were watching it on television, you made the most memorable experience ever, ladies and gentlemen. And to be honest with you folks, you're lucky to be wrestling fans. I'll tell you that. Ladies and gentlemen, they shattered some record-breaking records, I'll tell you that. But let's talk about it. WWE officially reveals record-breaking figures after a conclusion of WrestleMania 39 at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, home of the Los Angeles Chargers and the Los Angeles Rams. WrestleMania 39, ladies and gentlemen, got concluded on Sunday night as a two-night premium extravaganza that entertained WWE fans across the globe. In the main event, Roman Reigns surpassed Cody Rhodes to retain the undisputed WWE Universal Championship title. With the win, Reigns has continued to be Universal Champion for more than 145 days now and counting, folks. You know, he's really close to 1,000 days, folks. Remarkable. This guy is the greatest wrestler of all time, and he's showing it, and he's making a good name for himself in the WWE. For his career and for his Hall of Fame, nonetheless. Whether you hate the guy or love him, though, you gotta appreciate greatness, though. All right. The total attendance, ladies and gentlemen, in SoFi Stadium for a two-night event, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, WrestleMania 39 was a two-night event. It was WrestleMania Part 1 on Saturday, April 1st, and on Sunday, April 2nd for Part 2, ladies and gentlemen. So once again, it was a two-night event. Ladies and gentlemen, the total attendance for all the people that attended at SoFi Stadium, it was 161,892 people in attendance. How remarkable is that? Ladies and gentlemen, of which 80,497 fans were in attendance for night one, while 81,395 spectators were present for night number 2. WrestleMania 39 also generated a gate of more than 21.6 million, shattering the previous record by 27%. All right, ladies and gentlemen, WWE, ladies and gentlemen, also, we've been hearing speculation and rumors, and technically it is true, and not to mention this past week, folks, it has been finalized. WWE, Vince McMahon, the commissioner, the chairman of the board of WWE Wrestling, World Wrestling Entertainment, he has sold WWE to UFC, folks, and Dana White. I don't know what Dana White's future plans with getting involved with WWE is, but rumors have been going around that Conor McGregor wants to face Roman Reigns. Now, I don't know, folks, what Dana White's plan is going to be. If we have any more details or information about that, we'll definitely talk to you about it on this podcast edition. But speculation and his plan, ladies and gentlemen, Dana White's plan might be that he's going to probably train his players to become, to get more involved and affiliated with wrestling entertainment. So, more news to come on that. But let's talk about the merger, though, of course. WWE, ladies and gentlemen, to merge with Endeavor-owned UFC to create a $21.4 billion entertainment company. The newly formed company will include both the UFC and WWE brands, with Endeavor Group Holdings Incorporating acquiring a 51% controlling stake in the new company. Exiting, WWE shareholders will hold a 49% stake, while the Endeavor CEO Ari Emanuel will lead the company. Vince McMahon, executive chairman at WWE, will remain, ladies and gentlemen, at that same position, with the new company. This development comes at a time when Vince McMahon, the founder and majority shareholder of WWE, came back to the company in January and hinted the possibility of the sale. So, yes. So again, it has been confirmed that WWE has been sold, and the UFC and WWE are merging together as we speak. All right, let's shift over back to some NCAA March Madness news, ladies and gentlemen. Again, history has been made. Congratulations to Angel Reese, ladies and gentlemen, for the LSU Tigers. NCAA March Madness Women's Championship in program history. I think they achieved their first title in program history. Congratulations to them nonetheless for the LSU Tigers. As far as cousin Jordan Hawkins and the UConn Huskies, congratulations to them on achieving their fifth title in NCAA March Madness in program history. So again, ladies and gentlemen, they are both March Madness champions. A cookout is going to be definitely lit, ladies and gentlemen, if they decide to go that route. Let's get right to it. Ladies and gentlemen, this past week, in 24 hours after it was all said and done, well, I think it was after LSU was crowned champions on Sunday. For the men's, they were crowned champions on Monday. But ladies and gentlemen, cousin Angel Reese and Jordan Hawkins, they became college basketball champions this past week, like I mentioned. Reese, 20 years of age, helped LSU beat the University of Iowa Hawkeyes, ladies and gentlemen, in Sunday's NCAA Women's Basketball Championship game. And the next day, the 20-year-old Hawkins and the UConn defeated San Diego State University for the men's title. After Monday's win, Reese sent out a text to Hawkins congratulating him, and he said they're already planning how to celebrate. And I guess they are going to go about that cookout as we spoke on this podcast. So, pretty amazing stuff nonetheless. And it's well-deserved, too. It's well-deserved. All right. UConn, ladies and gentlemen, UConn Huskies, congratulations to them. They win their 5th national championship. Tristan Newton had 19 points, 10 rebounds. And Edema Sanago, who was named the Final Four's most outstanding player, added 17 points and 10 rebounds as UConn concluded its dominant NCAA tournament by holding off San Diego State 76-59 with the final score, ladies and gentlemen, to win its 5th national championship on Monday night this past week, as we mentioned and talked about here on this podcast. So, pretty amazing stuff. Congratulations to them, folks. History with history, and a lot of things were definitely achieved in the NCAA picture as we wrap up the season in college basketball and look forward to what's going to happen going into next season nonetheless. All right, folks, thank you so much. Happy Easter to everybody. Have yourself a great weekend, a safe, great weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Also, don't drink and drive. You know, be very cautious. Drink responsibly if you're going out, venturing out, and take care of yourselves and take care of each other, sports family. Till then, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for this week. I'll see you on next week's Friday's podcast. Till then, hit the like button, subscribe, share it out. Let everybody know what Worldwide Sport Updates is all about. Ladies and gentlemen, again, your podcast, your sports, your news, your local community. Your host, Joseph Hadid, here for all the latest daily sports updates right here on our YouTube channel. When you search us at WWSUP by Joey, ladies and gentlemen, that's where you will find us for all the daily sports updates given to you here on our sports channel nonetheless. All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, this is Joseph Hadid, Worldwide Sport Updates, your podcast, your sports, your news, your local community. I'm signing off. Stay blessed, sports family. Take care of each other, and I'll talk to you guys soon, and we'll interact. Till now, take care, stay safe, bye-bye.